Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review this small little indie film, Body Swap. And this is from director Timmy Morton and writer Jimmy Custis, who also stars in the film. This is about a young man and a young woman. They're in the middle of an interview, they definitely don't get along, and then zap, they are replacing each other. Body swap. It's right in the title. And that's the basic plot of this film. And here's the thing. There have been a lot of body swap films. This is a very small, little indie film that takes on more of an approach of people they're like young adults. They're in their 20s and dealing with the different kinds of expectations because it's like a young woman swapping with a young man. They deal with like the sexual consequences of switching. They have the differences in terms of how they're treated based off of man versus woman. So you have those perspectives on sexism. And one thing that I really appreciated about this film, how it shook things up a bit, because like this is an hour and 12-minute film. They have these two being interviewed after this whole experience, and you're getting their commentary on what happened. And that adds some layers, it adds some humor, and it adds some interest to what would probably be just a purely just derivative cliched little film, because it doesn't do anything particularly new or interesting with when they do swap. It does add some interesting layers that are trying to deal with like this young man being stuck in a woman's body, trying to have like lesbian relations and stuff like that. That also is a little bit, I'm not going to say insensitive, but like lowbrow in some of like the sexual jokes that it makes and some of the scenarios that it deals with, because it's like, that's some low-hanging fruit. You see it coming a mile away. You expect jokes like that in a scenario like this, and a lot of the writing specifically in a lot of these scenes is low-hanging fruit. It's jokes that you expect. It's setups that you would expect. And it doesn't necessarily do too many interesting and new things in those contexts, but I feel like the actors are doing their best. You can tell they don't have a whole lot of experience, so things can be a little stiff sometimes and things can be a little off sometimes, but I feel like the film does offer enough humor and enough passion. You can tell that they really care about this project they're working on. But in the end, this film feels like there's some potential, but there's a lot to be desired in the film. There's some cool ideas. They try to do some things to shake up the genre, this idea, this plot device, which has been used quite a few times in film, and they do their best. And in the end, I think they do an alright job. It's not something that's going to blow you away, but I think if you're going in with an open mind and hoping to have some fun, I think you might have enough fun with Body Swap. If you're looking for something new, fresh, and interesting, this probably isn't it. But for this group of young people putting this film together, I think they do an alright job. But those are my thoughts on Body Swap. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.